and get money. That is politics. Thank you very much for your guys' time.
Thank you for your call.
By the warm breezes of the Caribbean, this Orange Beauty has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, large modern kitchen, and a living room with an open concept. This lovely home is within walking distance to the sea, where you can take a dip in the salt waters and feel refreshed. Verone's cheerful country manor, located at Tushin, West Coast Demerara. Bookings are available on Airbnb. Contact Veronica at 516-524-1559 for more details. We hope to see you soon.
Thyself, the lines remain open. 6225933 is the number to call. We're back on 6225933 is the number to call. You're tuned to the BUXTONIAN Morning Time. There are some voice notes. Let me see if I can get them played for you. A lot of things went off. I thought it was only the program. A lot of things went off. Let's get back to the WhatsApp. Call A Live, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good afternoon. I'd like to send out special birthday greetings to the birthday boy, Mark Benschop. And I know that some of your dreams you have already started to achieve, especially with your eldest son, and also in his upward educational mobility in continuing, and I know he's going to pass with flying colors at what he is now doing. I think it's immigration law. Anyway, moving along. Now this thing with apartheid, No wonder the member of parliament called the PPP mentally lazy, because Anil, who is the brightest of them all, has shown his ignorance in what he did with going to the dictionary to look up the meaning of the word apartheid. When you have things that shows you what is going on, I don't think you need to go to a dictionary to see something that has unfolded to the entire world, what went on and probably still goes on in a part of South Africa. The states got a little bit of apartheid in them with the Ku Klux Klan and those people. And I think England has it. Once fair-skinned people, and they don't only do apartheid with Africans, they do it within their clan. Because Anil now, who claims he's a Chatri, came from Calcutta, that is the slums of India. And if within India they did not have an apartheid system within them, the caste system, they would not have had them living in those areas. That when the planters had wanted new people to till the sugar plantations, after we were freed, they went into those areas. They didn't go and bring Chatris and the high-class Indians, Brahmin and so. They went and they collected them from the lower sect who was living in abject poverty in Calcutta, and they brought them here. And after they know, when they research and they realize what the caste system is in India, they come out there and blind man, one-eye man, a king, a blind man country. So they get with the history now, and they try to say, oh, we're this and we're that. But should they go back to India, they will not be able to go into those high class that they call themselves. I could remember years ago, Anita Patron came here to sing, and they ran from all over got to airport. And when they showed Tillery, them showed visit, you know, they like gold. And Anita Patron came, he stood in the VIP section. When the ride came for him, he wind up the thing, tied up straight up to the top, and he flew down the road at breakneck speed. Till some of them say, imagine he not even watch away. When cricketers come, they treat them with that same type of discontent that they want nothing to do with them. So Anil shouldn't have to go to textbook to see what apartheid means. And I'm glad we are letting the entire world know that we are an apartheid state. It ain't got no ifs, buts, or maybe. That is it. Now they show things with she is a preposition sitting down in the schools with the children with little drink in a plastic bag and a piece of bread in a bag. You know, I grew up, 7 of us, and we grew up to certain things in our home. And I know my father was a painter, my mother a seamstress. My father's salary was $4.80 a week, and we were 7 and 2 9, and we had life. And people out there got to make up their mind. If you could go, don't run and buy a bag of sliced bread for say you're buying bread. Learn to make pot bake. Learn to bake bread. I used to bake bread in a cannery on my fireside and give your children it. Make certain you try to give your children, and if it's pot bake, and let them go to school. Make a little drink and give them, and stop this high pass of the install regime. And last but not least, I'm not going to get haters now. You see the people who died in the bus, the accident, condolences goes out to the occupants of that vehicle, not the driver. Because you see, if the driver could have thrown the vehicle, because many times when there are accidents, we the commuters don't cause the accident. When you see these drivers getting them fancy buses and the vehicles, they tell themselves they have arrived. And all what they're doing is speed and non-stop speed. And when you see they realize that they're going to make an accident, they just swing the vehicle and let the passengers get dead. And they walk away. They got to get another vehicle and they continue. But God did what he had to do. Last. And these places where the installed regime cause harm to African people, Manripol was one. You see, take life, that's showing how God working. Back settlement was another place. You see, back settlement take a life. People be awoke. And Mark, a happy birthday. I wish you live to see many more. Bye-bye.
Thank you, caller. Lines remain open. 6225933 is the number to call. You tune to the BUXTONIAN morning time. Caller, we tag the thing. Voice note.
Hi, good morning, Kedaki. There is a saying that loose lips
Call on the line.
Yes, sir.
sink ships. If we put people out on the streets every day without a proper plan as to how we are going to protect them, we will have some problems. Let's look at South Africa. In the 60s, when the students demonstrated, what happened? They were wiped out. What did Nelson Mandela, Sisulu, Mbeki, and others did? They went on the ground and continued to fight this regime, fight the regime in a guerrilla warfare. We cannot come openly and fight the regime. Look, they have armed these different security services and their proxy military for the government. Hi, good morning, Kedaki. There is a saying that...
Call live. Good morning.
Morning, Kadaki, and morning, Guyana. I'm extremely disappointed in my fellow African Guyanese for not going out there and protest for their rights. It appears that maybe they simply just don't care. And we've got to be really disappointed because we've been calling for this for years now, since the mafia-style PPP government take hold. And we've gotten a little freck here and there. It's a good suggestion that Mark made that we need to go in front of those ABC, GCOM, and protest, because forget about America helping. They're not going to do it until they see certain things happening on the ground. They're going to speak out, but as long as we stay freaking quiet, they're thinking it's okay. Sarah Lynch is good. As you said, she probably collected her one Guyana t-shirt along with the British High Commissioner. And nothing is going to be done until the people, again, we've been calling for this for so long. The previous caller or voicemail caller made that, well, we can't just go there and underground and all of that. We don't have that time. We've got to make sacrifices. And basically, Crawford got to go. That's basically Mr. Norton should lead that charge to go there in front of GCOM to say Crawford got to go. And I've thought that he has been softening his stance in reference to these illegal acts that's been taking place, even refusing to call a Fadali illegal. So again, that's a softening because now he's meeting with these representatives of the European countries, and he don't want to disturb, you know. We've got to ruffle feathers, and that's the way things are going to be done. So keep up doing what we're doing, and hell, every day we've been pushed back. And the only way that the racist Indians are going to understand is by force. Anything you get, I have to get too. And if I can't get it, rock it up. That's my take.
Thank you for your call. The lines remain open. 6225933 is the number to call. You tune to the Buxtonian Morning Time. Lines remain open. Voice note. Call it live. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Kulaki. Now, GCOM, I think GCOM should be redecorated. You know, I think the decoration at GCOM is too good, you know, and it's glittering, and I think it needs to be redecorated, right? And I think, you know, people should come out, right? As the caller rightly said, that the opposition leader should lead the charge, because if he says to his support base, we must come out and protest, right? I'm sure people is going to go out there and they're going to protest, right? And we need that. The planning was over 2 years, and I think, you know, it's time that the planning should end. We've been planning how to support or people who would be protesting. You know, I think it's time that the planning should be stopped, and we should do what we have to do. This place needs civil disobedience. That's what it is. That's what it needs. Thank you very much. That's my call.
Thank you, caller.
That's my conscience.
Call it live. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Amsterdam. Happy Thursday to you. Is it Dr. Hinds that coined the apartheid, Guyana being an apartheid state? I'm just asking.
I'm not going to answer.
Okay, you're not going to answer. Anyhow, whoever did come up with an idea, I think that was an excellent idea, because you know what? It is a simple message that anybody would hold on to. And I think that it is very effective. Maybe the coalition did not want to come up with the idea, but I think that is excellent, and we will work with that, because you know what? That is what Guyana is. Secondly, I want to say that for so long, the PPP, they're full of lies, and they were able to hold on to this thing of Bornam, Ban, Flower, and, you know, the ordinary Guyanese person, they hold on to that message. When you get down to it, it wasn't so, but then it was allowed to grow and to germinate and to use against Bornam as a person. But I feel that he is a great leader, and he has earned his place among the fathers, the African leaders, because he's an African leader. The one like Jumo and Kenyatta and Julius Nyerere, he has earned his place among all of the great leaders. And I think that as Guyanese, we will win this. We will win this. It wouldn't be easy, but we have to fight, and we will win this because we know that Guyana is an apartheid state, and we have to fight this and win it in order to live in peace and harmony in Guyana. You keep up the good works. Kudos to Dr. Hinds, and you guys just do what you have to do. God bless you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lines remain open. 622-5933 is the number to call.
Good morning to you, listeners. The next up now, AFC.
Call over the line.
Yes. WP rally should be Monday morning, 9 o'clock, in front of GCOM, with the leader of the opposition and all the opposition ministers there. And they should be with protest cards, black cards, protesting GCOM, change the voters list, new voters list, new chair. You don't want that things, you must get the hell out.
Call it live. Thank you for holding.
Yes, thank you for taking the call. I'd like to say good morning to you, Mr. Kadaki, and good morning to everyone in the diaspora. Good morning, all Guyanese. I'd like to say that we want the PPP gone, and that's obvious. So the question now becomes, how do we remove the PPP? That becomes the question. How do we remove the PPP? When the PPP took office, we were in the streets saying, valid votes, credible votes. We moved from that to start saying illegitimate. And we said that the president was not our president. Right? Then we moved from that, and we start to say Irfan Ali is our president. And now we're sending the message that the PPP are legitimate. Keep in mind, the goalpost has been moved all the time, and who are the persons putting out this narrative? Right? So it's like we wasted all our time talking credible votes, valid votes. It's like our leadership had us wasting our time talking this illegitimacy crap. Because one time they say that the PPP are illegitimate, and now they're calling him president. These are the same people that are telling us that we're on the right track. Now, we say we want to move the PPP, but the leadership is not doing the things that needs to move the PPP. I want us to let us look at ourselves for a second and come to a decision, are we doing the things that needs to be done to move the PPP? And who is responsible? Well, the leadership of the PNC and the AFC and the APNU, they're responsible politically. Why is it that the leadership cannot call for a rally in the streets to move the PPP? Why we can't take that rally in front of the embassies like Mark suggested, or like we've been all suggesting for the longest time? Why we can't call that rally in front of the courthouse? Why we can't do that? So what I'm trying to get us to understand is either we come to a realization that our leadership is bullcrapping us. Right? Call a spade a spade. How many callers this morning basically said that the leadership is not doing what it needs to be doing? Right? We're busy dancing around Aubrey Norton's name and dancing around his name. Call a spade. We can love him after, but he is the leadership. We are not against Comrade Norton. We are against non-movement in the seat. Today, Aubrey Norton moves from there and Harmon take the seat. It'll be Harmon in the hot seat. This is not about Comrade Norton. This is about accountability. Either we're going to hold the seat accountable or we're not. And stop, for God's sake, stop saying we need more time. Time to do what? Time to waste more time? So, what are the actions that we need to do to focus in on that? Look, the WPA at the rally. What did the WPA call for? The WPA called for let's confront the PPP. Takuma Gunsei called for that. Even Ramjatan, somebody need to give him an afro comb because he's a new black man. Ramjatan is a new black man. Somebody give him an afro comb. I like how he stood up. At least he stood up. Now, I'm not saying that Comrade Norton is not standing up. I'm not saying that Granger is what he is. But sometimes we got to move away from that point of stagnation. We are stagnant in a crisis. Now, us the people, what measures are we taking, we the people, to mobilize in Linden, in Berbice, in Region 4? How can we mobilize? Forget about the party for now. How can we mobilize? What can we do? Can we mobilize the students? Can we mobilize the unions? Because it seems as though we are caught up in this Soxan dependency relationship, as though we really need the party. The party only got 30, 40 people. How 30, 40 people in the party going to change the PPP? 30 or 40 people in the PNC and the AFC and the APNU can't move the PPP. So ultimately, we must realize it's us that got to do this thing. As much as we support Comrade Norton, he can't move the PPP by himself. He cannot. Amans has been calling for us to stand up for the longest time. So I would hope that Sister Amanza could use her political power and come down to the grassroots and let's get mobilized, sister. We welcome that. And when we get mobilized, I'll be the first one on the ground with my boots strapped up. But we need some political input as well. Because the relationship is that the people have been raised, oriented to depend upon political involvement. It gives us some credibility as the opposition. And Comrade Granger, you need to stop, you need to take the controls off of these young MPs and let them go free. Stop holding them hostage. Activate your powers as leader of the list. That doesn't mean that we, the people in the streets, mustn't organize. I don't hear many youths. How many youths are calling in on this show? Are we mobilizing our youths, ages 15 to 19 and 25? Are we really mobilizing them? Or are we the only persons calling in, listening on this show? So, we can't get vexed with Charles Ramson. If Charles Ramson dealing with the deportees and he dealing with the people in the street, what are we doing with the people in the street? How come we not dealing with the people under the clock? How come we not dealing with the people on Leopold Street? How we not dealing with the people in Plaisance and Buxton and Agricola and New Amsterdam? How come we not dealing with them? If we want grassroots actions, we got to go to grassroots tactics. We're at war. Political war. Let that be known. If you didn't know, now you know. We are at war. And we need to take on those types of attitudes. We can't be highty-tighty with these pleasantries of what not to say and whose name not to call. We are past that. We are past that. If you want to know what we ought to be doing, look at Haiti. Look at South Africa. Look at Black Lives Matter in the streets. That is where we need to be attitudinal. Our attitudes need to be of absolute militancy. If Nandala don't like it, too bad. If Jack Joe don't like it, let him come out and stop it. If Ali don't like it, make him come out and stop it. If the police don't like it, make them come out and stop it. But we need to move to that point of attitude and decisiveness. If not, we're going to dance around this issue until 2025. Sorry I had to put it like this, but we need to come to the attitude, the mindset. Once again, thank you for listening.
Thank you for calling. You know, let me say this. Why I see my face when I'm talking? Ever so often, where the leader must do this, the politicians must do this, the parliamentarians must do that. But when we say what the citizens should do, the citizens don't listen. Why should the politicians and parliamentarians and leaders listen? I said to y'all already, stop sitting back and waiting for leaders and politicians and political activists to take the lead. They are the minority in this society. Like it or lump it, politicians are the minority. The majority of the people in this society are citizens, including politicians. Citizens need to act. Politicians they're going to fall in line. They have to fall in line if they want relevance. Y'all forget, this is what, the third week since I've been asking for 100 volunteers? Unless you're prepared to put your name forward as a volunteer, don't come here and tell me about protest. Don't call on the leaders to protest. Y'all call me arrogant. Call me arrogant. You don't expect me to get up in the morning and say I'm going to protest in front of Yveley or wherever, not knowing that I have backings. It can't happen. I'm not going to be commuting. No water. I'm not going to be a Lone Ranger putting myself out there to prove what? I am saying to you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, many of your parliamentarians and other political leaders are skeptical about going out there to protest because they don't know what your support would be. You show them that you are willing to go there and they will join you. Don't ask them to do the opposite, quite frankly. Citizens are the majority. All citizens. And politicians are citizens. We got majority public service, African Guyanese public service. They're taking licks on the back, left, right, center. But every time you ask them, they call you to represent an issue, and you ask them, are you willing to come on Kams TV to talk about it? No, I can't come. And they find a million other reasons why they can't come. So they want a sacrificial lamb. All of you want a sacrificial lamb. All of you. Stop labeling others. Stop blaming others. When you're ready to come out in your numbers, we shall go. I say to y'all, give me 100. And once we put our 100 out there, we can call on the politicians to put 100. Where is my 100? Y'all is stepping forth. The PPP said them all of the settings on social media and talk to themselves. They ain't got followers. Sometimes I want to believe it. The trolls come here and says a comedy show. Sometimes I want to believe it. Because y'all ain't coming out. But every morning somebody can call and attack some leader and say they must lead. Lead who or lead what? Where y'all at? I have problem to y'all. I don't talk it talk. I do more than that. Day in, day out. When people call, I mean the community is gathering the evidence and I'm putting it out there. A 1,000 viewers every morning. And you could only find 5 people to send you information to say what's happening in the government. And the 5, 4 of them don't want their voices heard, nor their faces seen. That's about Granger being the head of the list. Granger being the head of the list has nothing to do with this. As head of the list, all Granger does is take instructions and effect them via GCOM. Granger ain't got nothing to do with this. The power is with the people. People's power. They already called me. How do I stop abusing people? That's all I can call it. What's the time? 3 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour. Y'all know me, I'm a realist. I see it and I call it as I see it. Who vex drink Marvix? Everybody. Just like Mark said, Freddie take other people walk and claim the fame. Mark said that, not me. Everybody wants somebody to do the work. And, and for them to claim the fame. Let us go out and work together. Nobody don't want to plant the can, but everybody wants to raise the barn. Let's go out and work together. You think it's a joke that every time I sit here I call for protest? You think it's a joke that every time I go on a political platform I call for protest? Because I'm serious. I believe firmly in my heart, unless the people take the streets and make this place ungovernable, make the criminal cabal, the apartheid government uncomfortable, we're not going to get the changes we deserve or we're asking for. But some people seem to believe that only a small number of people can get it done. It can't work. How will it work? When you go there individually, you expose yourself to be shot down and beaten down and all kinds of things. And every time an individual goes out there and gets beaten up, others are afraid to go there. But let us go out in our numbers. There's safety in numbers. There is safety in numbers. Even if all of us will get links, all of us will also be witnesses to the other getting links. So when we're ready to tell our stories, there will be evidence, there will be witnesses. But when one man goes out there and he gets gunned down or he gets beaten up, who will be his witness? Who will be his witness? Your leaders are flesh and blood just like you. They got their own fears too. But I'm saying again, there's safety in numbers. When you already call me, man. In the meantime, it's 9 o'clock. Anybody wants to make a last call? Final call for the day? Or voice note? think I see a voice note. They look like it won't play though.
Good morning. We're going to have to disagree to agree on this one. I think you have this one wrong, in my opinion. The politicians, that's what they were elected for. They're the ones supposed to step forward first. And the people, the politicians, the people going to follow after. The politicians must go there first, not the people.
Call over the line.
This is my opinion. That's what they've been paid for. That's what the people put them for. Yeah? That's my take. Thank you.
That caller is entitled to his opinion. And we have a right to agree to disagree. You hear him? The politicians must go there first. That is what they paid for. I disagree. We must go together. We can go together. That's what I'm calling for. Let us go together. What, politicians don't bleed? Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yes. Hello?
Caller, I heard from you already for the morning, but go ahead.
Yes, I'm calling you back. I agree and disagree with some. Listen to me. I believe politicians, if they need vote, they have to prove to the citizen them that they are credible to do the job. They first have to lead. Number one, why I'm calling you back is to make reference with Martin Luther King. Because I read his story. I take time out and read all his books and listen to him. Martin Luther King was alone when he heard the news what the white man did to a black woman. He jumped on the phone and called for A, B, and C and citizens to come out with him today or tomorrow. He alone take the street, and then followers come. Then he made change that the Guyanese them today in America could inherit what he fought for and win. He shut the country down for 1 week. That black people could sit anyway in the bus and in the train. Guyanese could go to America and enjoy some of what he fought for. Guyanese could go and sit anyway. He alone started. He alone started. He said enough is enough. So we cannot leave out leaders. The leaders have to prove to the citizens them in Guyana that they are strong. When you are a chef, you must have two things. You got to get born and cut, and then you will know you are a good chef. You cannot be a leader and just talk. You have to be a leader with action. Martin Luther King do that. Action. He go on the street every day. He take licks. He take jail. So we have to be careful not to pet our leaders. We have to encourage them. Go. When God sent Moses, and Moses said, who am I to go? What I will say? God said, go. I will put words into your mouth. The leaders them and the MPs them have to go first. That is my thing. Thank you for today.
Again, you're entitled to your opinion, caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kazaki.
And caller, is good morning again. I got you on a time leash this morning. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm sorry, but are the politicians the one living in squalor?
Certainly
the
not.
Politicians part of the 3,000 that got fired? Are the politicians the ones that want change? People, please stop waiting for someone else to effect what you need to happen. Get out there and do it for yourself. What is wrong with self-help? Like I said before, they are fighting for a country. You need to be fighting for your communities, for your neighbors, for your neighborhood, for your streets. And stop waiting on the politicians. They're playing their part. Who is failing them is you, the people. I'm sorry to say. And let's make something clear. No one is sending you out there to riot or pillage or burn or anything like that. We're saying go out with a plaque that highlight whatever issue you feel is most important to you, most important to your community, most important to your communities, culture, whatever it is that's bothering you. Mr. Lau is out there all the time because his issues, the oil and the oil contract and the oil revenue. Nobody's shooting him down. Nobody's tear gassing him, beating him up and his followers. They're out there protesting their issue. What's the difference in you going out with a plaque in front of GCOM because you feel there need to be changes? Or in front of the police station because you feel that the cops are corrupt? Or in front of the American embassy, the English embassy, the French embassy because you feel that they're the ones that put these criminals into government and they need to play a part in getting them out. Nobody's sending you out there to do anything illegal. You have a right as a citizen to show your discontent with a government that is not doing right by you. So all this fair and fair and fair and fair, this is not in the 70s and 80s where you have to wait to hear that something happened. This is instant. Go on Facebook Live. The world will be seeing what's going on. Nobody's going to pick up a gun and shoot you because they will be held accountable for that. And you can lay there and die going, oh, I don't know, or you can get up and grow some balls and go out there and defend yourself. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, caller. Voice note.
Good morning, Kadaki. I think you're on point. Afro-Guyanese, as well as those who who never voted for the PPP, should be out there fighting for the country, not even for their individual needs, but for the entire needs of the country, because Guyana is an apartheid state. And if they don't get out to fight for what belongs to them, then there's no one else to help them. I'm not sure what's going on in Guyana and the mentality of some Guyanese, but you have done a tremendous job trying to get them out in every which way you possibly could. And if they want to sit back and accept mediocrity, then there's nothing else we can do. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you for that voice note. It's now 9 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. 9 minutes past the matching hour. Another voice note.
They shouldn't drawing the taxpayers' money there. They drawing the taxpayers' money today. They must go out, they must there in front. The 30 members there with the leader must there in front and multitude behind. The multitude gonna come after, they must there in front with the placards.
Again, there are different opinions, and like I said, we all entitled to our opinions, and we can agree to disagree. There's one school of thought which will say that the leaders are leading. When the ABC representatives decided that they had to meet with a certain section or the representatives of a certain section of this society, the leaders were there, they met with them, they represented your causes, our causes. Right? When it comes to diplomacy, the leaders are there. They're dealing with the struggles at the diplomatic level. When there's call for the need for educating the populace, the leaders are there. They're holding rallies to inform people what is going on and to drop hints at what should be done. But you're getting hints of what should be done. You're getting guidance of what should be done. You're told only of what should be done. But nobody is doing anything. And you are blaming the leaders. Note I'm saying the leaders have a responsibility. But citizens too have a responsibility. Tomorrow is Friday. Let me enjoy my weekend. Monday morning. I am saying Monday morning. Let's say I will do the program up to 9. Give me 2 hours. Let's meet 11 o'clock Monday morning in front of GCOM. 11 o'clock Monday morning in front of GCOM. Peaceful protest with placards. Join me. I'll be there 11 o'clock Monday morning in front of GCOM. Y'all want leaders? I lead it. Show me your numbers Monday morning. You know, as I said, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. Join me Monday morning, 11 o'clock, in front of GCOM. Let us call on Claudette Singh to make it right. And once we get started on Monday, it's not my intention to finish on Monday. It must be ongoing. So y'all, start making decisions as to how you're going to ensure it's ongoing. Is this a call for the program? Caller? 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 Caller live. Good. Now Kofi is asking the question, how none of us want to talk guns and bullets as a constitutional right in this context? You are free to talk guns and bullets, Kofi. The lines are usually open up to you. Call and talk guns and bullets. But does talking guns and bullets openly solve a problem? Or it's setting up somebody? We gotta be real. Can't sit behind the screen and engage in Mickey Mouse business. You call it a talk guns and bullet, ain't gonna do us any good. But when we organize, we can quietly get into corners and talk guns and bullets if you believe guns and bullets is necessary to talk about. But when we are distances apart, how are we really going to strategize to get the changes we want? Monday morning, 11 o'clock. I done. Y'all have a good day. We are going to separate the boys from the girls and the talkers from the doers. Monday morning at 11.